here's a fact. You see, like I say, I do it all through my own experiences of facts, actual experiences, what I've actually been through, had done, what I actually know, not what I believe, not what somebody else tells me on a platform who I've never met and has got no bearing on whether I eat or not tonight. Actual, real life things and evidence and facts and events. I've failed in the past 5 breathalyzers all up, not by much, that's why I never went to jail for it. Now, I've also written off 4 cars, drunk as a lord. And trust me, to this day I'm paying for it. Why? An SLR Tirana. A mock SLR Tirana. This is almost embarrassing. An ex-police highway pursuit special from Queensland that was actually a Brock. It came from the Peter Brock factory for the police. Probably better than a Brock special. Actually, yeah, better than a Brock special. It's basically the Bathurst edition of a car that was built for the road, for the police, so they could catch anyone running drugs interstate on the mainland outback highways. This thing was a monster. Rode off the front suspension and steering, like all the not the front chassis rail, but everything bolted to it underneath on a HQ panel van that was mint as. Oh, yeah. Flip. I think I'm safe to say this now. Flipped a Magna and nearly killed me mate. Flipped an old Magna and nearly killed me mate years ago out West Pine. It's four bad write-offs, drunk as a lord. One was almost a bad write-off. I fell asleep behind the wheel because I was drunk and woke up to the sound of the tyres howling and managed to accidentally tap the brake, tap the throttle, flick it into a spin and just put it into a fucking ditch, which destroyed all underneath it. Might add. Now, it was hurting me mate that taught me the lesson. The drink drives, oh, 0.02, under the limit. Either the vehicle was unregistered or I didn't have a licence at the time. Didn't mean I couldn't drive. Like, not having a licence doesn't mean you suddenly have lost the ability to drive physically and, like, oh, Dad, I can't drive. Why? Because my licence expired. Come on, grow up. The point I'm making here, every time that's happened, I have been taken back on the police station to my car and told by police, okay, we're going to go that way, and if you go that way and get pulled over again, that's not our problem. But now's your window of opportunity, telling me that if I go that way I'm going to be safe because all the other cops are that way. I failed a lick test once. Back to the hospital, done the blood test. Why? Why did I go ahead with that? Because I was guilty. I actually did. I was being a fuckwit, okay? I'm quite capable of owning my shit. I bear my cross and I carry it. You don't have to beat me over the head with it, okay? But then, Officer Rybercheck and Mr. and Mrs. Officers Rybercheck. She goes to get the car and he takes me up with his arm around me in the opposite direction, over into the corner, away from cameras and stuff at the Burnie Hospital. In the opposite direction to where the car was parked, and says quietly to me, "Mate, I understand you got a business and a family to support. This is going to be pretty hard and detrimental to you. I get it. Now, I can make this all go away, if you know what I mean." Now, I knew exactly what he meant. And I replied with, "Well, I fucked up. This is on me. I'm not giving you the answers to what you already know the answers to, just so that you can have a signature on a statement which you will probably leave on a desk in front of them when you're questioning them, because that's how they play. For a couple of reasons. 2, whatever happens to me out of this is on me. I'm prepared to wear it. I do what you're asking me. Whatever happens to me, it's still on me. And you will never have to wear it. And I'm far more afraid, not afraid, but I'm far more aware of the consequences of how much worse they will be for my family if I do as you ask, than what they will be for me if I don't. Secondly, I asked for it. They didn't come and make me take it at gunpoint. They didn't threaten me. They didn't say, "Buy this or we're going to bash you up. Have this or else." It's on me. I wear it. So apparently I have something that you're not used to seeing. Honour and integrity. Why would I roll over and snitch on those people who never came to me? I went there and asked for it. That's not being honourable. You want to catch them? Do your best, do your worst. You're going to have to actually go and earn that. I'm not going to give it to you. Secondly, on honour and integrity, I have the integrity to do the right thing when no one's looking. I've learned from my prior mistakes. I refuse to create victims out of my actions or words. But I will expose corruption, and I will expose people who are creating victims with their actions and words, at whatever the cost to me. Now, ask yourself, what was the worst thing out of all of those things to do, and the thing that stood out to you? The fact that I've admitted that I've failed a drug test once, or some alcohol breathalyzer tests, or that I've written off some cars? The fact that the police offered me something in a corrupt way? You've missed the point. All of those are valid, but you've missed the point. None of that was law. It's all based on legislature. None of that is based on right and wrong. None of it. Why? Well, what I did was right. What they did was wrong. They took me back to my fucking car every fucking time and let me drive like it, and let me drive like it for the next 3 months, for then to go to court and then have my licence taken. After multiple adjournments. So it can take up to a year to finally have to go into a plea and then go back again for sentencing, so you can look at anywhere up to a year and a half of driving on the road of which I could have just kept reoffending because I still haven't faced any consequences yet in that period of time, taking it for granted. Do you still think it's fucking based in law for right and wrong? Or do you think maybe it's based on the revolving fucking door of revenue? For legislature and policy. Sorry, but I've debunked the whole fucking thing in 10 minutes, haven't I? I'm sorry if that rattles your belief system. I'm sorry if that rattles your perceived imaginary assumption of authority. I'm sorry if that rattles your cage and makes you think, hang on, how is that fucking law? Who has dominion over who and what? In that period of time, I could have been off me dick in a car or in whatever and caused a busload of kids to go off the fucking side of a cliff, or had a head on with a bus, causing it to roll into oncoming cement truck, any fucking thing. I could have ran over someone's kid. I could have killed an entire family in a head-on collision going across Tweed Bridge out Squeaky Point. That doesn't matter. See, the police are reactive, not proactive. And they never respond.